Right, we're here with a pretty high level pre-made on the new map. It's been getting changed around a lot. I've been hearing that it's a survivor favored map, but so far from watching a couple of pre-mades that have gone on before, the Zerg have been doing really well. And that may be due to the map getting changed as time goes on. It's a very new map, so updates have been made. We'll see if survivors can pull out a win, but so far they've been having a real hard time. Looks like we're getting Tamilian and Pike on double Niadra. Not sure how that's going to work out for them, but they will both get Zerg. And then what are our supports looking like? Prophet, Rattlesnake, Scion. Interesting. Good supports. And then for the builders, I mean, they've got some really strong builders and really versatile as well. They could do a lot of harass or passive play, but a lot of eco or map control. We'll see how they go. Okay, all the survivors are kind of spreading out except for the left side. Fortunately, someone does ping the left side. Good coordination. People need to try and spread out the farm as much as possible, and looks like they'll have farming on all four sides. No eco on the top side though. It's all around the bot right. Hopefully that changes, because that might make things rough for them. Let's see what happens. Pike is going for the Kerrigan. Tamilian is going for Niadra. Pretty standard Zerg team composition. Nothing crazy. What have we got over here? We've got two ecos like almost within scan range of each other. If he just builds a bit back, I think it can be. So that is a bit rough. This guy going for Stalk start. Very good. Let's see where Kerrigan heads off to. Heads off to the top side. Maybe going to go bully the Kevin a little bit. Which is interesting. If she went right for the scientist, she could probably mess him up a lot. But she's probably busy with these patrols. Let's see the point of view. No, apparently controlling the GM defender by the looks of it. Or was I on the wrong screen? I might have been on the wrong screen actually. Okay, no, there's the Kerrigan. Are they gonna go straight to that eco actually? Yeah, they did. They just ran straight to Kevin's eco. That's unfortunate for the poor guy. Let's see though, these guys are all doing fine. There are going to be Ling Balls coming out. I imagine Tim is doing a lot of patrols. Celindus doesn't have a level. She has recall, which is good for saving your units, but in this situation, Slowfield would have been absolutely fine. And she does get level 2, so Slowfield could have helped that Hammer farm quite a lot of gas and quite a lot of gas for herself. Kerrigan just going around to the engineer outpost at this point by the looks of it. What's this? This is a really small hammer eco. He's only going to be able to fit 2 factories in there for such an obvious place. It's not a great spot, I don't think. But as long as that stays up for a bit, he'll be able to find a better one, no doubt. Where's this Kerrigan off to now? Need to find the 6. Oh, I think they just found the Celindus. Yep. Let's see if the Celindus can get a salvage off in time. Any salvage? Salvage did go out, but oh no, they're getting trapped on those. Did he just get 2 salvage? I think he got 1 salvage out. He almost got 2. He should never get 2 out. And he almost did. It should be hard for him to get 1 out, but the Kerrigan got stuck on her own lings and on that Nexus. Very fortunate for the Celindus. Even with that fairly quick reaction time, it's just no vision around, so there's not a whole lot they could do. Sion's farming with Tempest, but we've got an engineer outpost here, engineer outpost almost going up here, scientist here, and then Scion here. Just not great, is it? They need to spread out way more, but the Kerrigan is going to go for the scientist. Scientist is in a bad position. He might have to blink. Okay, no, he just goes for the salvage. He's, by the looks of it, he's going to fuck around with the Kerrigan for some reason. He's probably going to have to make medevac if he keeps messing around like this. Let's see how they're going to hit creep a little bit. They're going to hit creep a bit down here, but I imagine the Niadra is just going to run over and shut it down. But they will get a few tumors. Did he have to blink in the end? He didn't. Surprising the Hunter didn't try to pursue that more. But with Scion so close by, maybe that was a good call. Could have just ended up feeding Scion. Niadra actually hitting off creep here. Okay, I mean, she gets on top of the Artanis, doesn't get the Stalker though, so it doesn't achieve much. Creep is looking, honestly, pretty strong for this point in the game. in a pre-made game, a lot of harass goes on and defenders are usually busy doing other stuff, trying to shut down ecos. The fact that it's out this far at 6:30 is a bit worrying, because it just solidifies that it is going to get across the map in a reasonable time. Usually survivors try to keep it blocked within these entrances for as long as possible. But the team is just not really built for that for the survivors. They only have a few builders and a couple of supports that can harass creep, so it is difficult, and they can't all do it efficiently. So we've got Nedra just hanging out around there, pretty standard. Kerrigan is just rotating the map clockwise by the looks of it. Standard clockwise rotation. She does find the eco. Oh, you can fit 3 in there, my bad. And then they did move out the unit barracks to fit 2 more in front. But I didn't know you could fit 3 up there. It's not terrible. But I would have liked it if they just kept the unit barracks there, put the 3 there, and then ecoed somewhere else. As you can see, it left it pretty vulnerable to a dash-in on top of that eco. Although, to be fair, they didn't have a lot of time to set up. It looks like they were going to create units with the Sergeant Hammer. But their eco, let's see how it's doing. I imagine it's still at a reasonable place. Yeah, they're floating 1500. Unfortunately, they are in Kerrigan's rotation path. Unless she backs off. It looks like she's rotating the other way. She might be trying to go for a kill. No, just for the engineer outpost. It would be interesting if they tried to get a kill on this Artanis. Is the scientist going Magdalene Rush? I like it. If they are apparently. Gonna farm some levels on it. Magdalene, one of scientist's greatest strength. Is Hammer full dead here? No, good blink time. They don't have another tank at the moment. Yeah, they do survive by the looks of it. I mean, if Kerrigan really if both Zerg focuses with micro lings, could be looking rough. But they are just giving up. Fair enough. I mean, they may not even know that he's only got 1 tank out at the moment. Looks like with Nedra on the other side of the map, the scientist is feeling a bit confident about pushing creep. Getting some farm for Magdalene and pushing back their creep is huge. Nedra does seem to notice, so she is going to head back. Or, no, yeah, they're just sending lings there. They're going to put their hero on the other side, no doubt. Maybe not. Okay, now they've noticed, and they are going to stop this. But the scientist was able to clear out this entire high ground. They do get it back up there pretty fast, but that's really valuable to slow them down. I missed that. The Artanis managed to die. I guess just lings. There is no mana burn on the Kerrigan, so I guess he just got on top of the Artanis and burst him down before he could really do much. Should be able to usually run away as Artanis there, but, you know, mistakes happen. Kerrigan going for the Kevin, but the Kevin does not want to go the same way as the Artanis. The Nedra is so far off creep once again, but unfortunately this time there is no scientist on the other side of the map to push. No one is going for that push to help out that scientist. They are back on creep now, but that was a long way off. They could have got a lot done on the left side of the map. Kerrigan getting bullied by the Prophet. I doubt that'll last long, but if they let it happen, then why not? Easy damage. Kerrigan actually recalls. I like that choice. Don't let a flying support sit on top of you, give their team permanent vision and just do some free damage. It is good to recall there, and they're doing it for a purpose as well. This Sergeant Hammer has set back up on the bot side of the map, and they still are greedy as fuck and have not got a second tank by the looks of it. That is insane. They're not even Arclight, and they might die here. Okay. No, Kerrigan made a bit of a mistake not looking at the hero there. They were probably going to set up a multi-side attack on the eco or something, or controlling something on the opposite side of the map. Unfortunate. I can't believe, like, even with salvage, this guy's floating 5k, and he does not want to get a second tank. That is... I respect it. It is greedy. Looks like Engineer is in a great position eco-wise. Very standard, hard to shut this class down. And he's still going only mines, which means that he's got a lot of those minerals that he's not spending on Diamondbacks are going into eco, so he is going to be able to get pretty insanely fed. Looks like he's going for 1-1. Maybe even go for a 2 armor or something into Diamondbacks. It looks like he's just making more Widow mines though. He's definitely gas starved. But if he's got this many Widow mine outposts on the map, he might be able to do something with it. He might be fine. Looks like Kerrigan has found another eco. I mean, she did see the Slenders. No, wandering off. How's the Neandra doing? Still getting bullied by the scientist. The scientist, no, scientist still has Magdalene. Other side of the, no, it is just up here. Thought maybe he was going to send it to the other side of the map. He is using the vision on it, which I like. Instead of putting his hero in a dangerous position, he's using Magdalene vision. Does he has the speed, but he doesn't have hyper jump, so he can't safely get out of there. Oh, a bit of unfortunate micro by Tim. If he just stormed and walked forward, I think he got that. Might get it anyway. No SCVs. Okay, Kevin did try to help out. Good job by Kevin, but was not enough, obviously. Let's see what this Kerrigan's off to. Alright, well, just clearing eco. As he loses the Magdalene and his army, he unfortunately gets his eco hit as well. He does, I think, manage to get a decent amount out. He's got 5.5k out. I mean, it's a decent amount for some classes, but as scientists, you do not want to be sitting on that low of a mineral count. What are we doing over here? Kevin has quite good eco. He did just dodge a scam, but there are hydralisks coming up. They get cleared out by the supports, though. We've got it's an interesting Slender Seeker down here. I do like it. Kerrigan can path through here, but it's really unlikely that they do. Like, it's very unlikely they want to run through this path. They're more likely to run up here. So that's actually an incredible eco spot, because it's not an obvious one either. Kerrigan going for the TP. Where's she heading off to? Is it back to maybe just kill something bot left? She TP's down to bot. Yeah, to go back to this exact spot. And great job by Panzer. He is not all in on one eco spot this time. Which means, yeah, she can go there, make him salvage a bit. But he's already got secured eco down here. Do you mean to tell me he doesn't want to spin? Okay, no, he has made a second tank. He just doesn't. Oh, he has it. He has it here. He just made it. I was gonna say, surely at this point, there are 100 minerals is worth it for you. Scientists very slow on the salvage and missing a few salvages. Might be in a rough spot, but maybe you could still pull something out with Magdalene. The engineer is in a great spot though. This is a lot of eco and a huge amount of chronos. I did see they were starting to build some diamondbacks too, so they're starting some creep harass. Slender's using Cybros, and I imagine looking at the mini-map to make sure they know where Neandra is, to give vision to these stalkers and harass. Very good harass with not easy to use units from the Slenders. It's a lot easier to harass with other things. It's a lot easier to harass with non-diamondback units. You can't get vision on them. So the survivors are doing really well with what they have. Meanwhile, they do have quite a lot of eco around the map still. I wonder where this Kerrigan's off to now. They're going for another TP. I guess they probably saw Arclight attacking here and thought eco nearby. But it looks like they're trying to dodge the vision. They do, okay, well they have scanned it. They do know something's bot right and they know it's a priority, so they're going for that. Very simple. Kerrigan is, Neandra is getting a bit pressured. They lost all that bot left creep, which is massive. That is an insane amount of creep to lose. Sergeant Hammer not paying attention bot right, I guess. He did see the roach come in here in a ling, but he didn't see the Kerrigan. The Kerrigan purposely went out of the vision, so he may have been feeling safe. After all, she did TP, so he saw them on the other side of the map and must have been feeling safe, and then let his guard down and got hit. Okay, units coming through here to try and clear out what they see over here from this engineer, but the Kevin is going to be able to clear that up, no problem. How's the Kerrigan doing? Scientist is deep on creep. They might be able to get a wraparound with Kerrigan and Neandra. If he stays in this position, Kerrigan going for the supports instead. This Prophet is taking way more damage than he should, but he gets away with it. No fungal from the Kerrigan. She tried to use it on the Phoenix, so he is a bit safe there. This is a lot of pressure going on from the survivors. Why is Selena's building Immortals? I guess, no, fair enough. Versus Roaches, it's not terrible. I would still prefer to see Blink Stalkers, but if you're not going to micro Blink Stalkers, then Immortals are fine. Absolutely fine versus the Roaches. We have some angry German coming out. I wish I knew what that said. This, oh, who fungals like that, man? That's terrible. That's terrible. That could never be me. I think at this point, yeah, okay, there we go. He's playing it a bit risky. He needs to siege up fast there, and I don't know. I think he should have just gone up here. He wanted to avoid the Hydras on the right side, avoid the Kerrigan over here, but that's a huge mistake. I guess Neadra did just run down that greedy scientist, or that very dangerous scientist. He was not playing careful at all. This, how much damage is this guy doing, actually? 10k from the Prophet. I was gonna say, Kerrigan and Neadra getting pretty low considering only creep harass has really been going on. This engineer, it's still just ecoing in one spot, getting away with it, and having a ton of eco. Of course, using the Diamondbacks to clear any random lings that could walk up to it. But both his hero and his eco are there. If that ever gets scanned, he's going to have to spend a lot of time trying to keep both of those alive before he can land them, and before he can get his hero somewhere safe. So it's very risky. It's paying off though. Even coming in and actually hitting eco, he can 2-hit the eco now. He must be... Let's check his upgrades. He's 3-2. So he can 2-hit eco. He's pretty tanky, but he could get run down really easily by Neadra at this point, especially with the roaches, and she is almost level 8. So he does have to play it safe. Kerrigan trying to take out the Cybros. Good call, but it's just a bit too slippery. Having this up on the map away from the Slendus makes it really difficult. While Slendus is still sitting on an eco. Only 1 eco still, but it's doing the job. Definitely would prefer to see maybe a Cybros go out and build another eco. You don't want to all in on 1 eco spot, especially as an experienced player, which all of these guys are. So a bit greedy there, but it's still working out. Let's see how Neadra's handling things. Oh no, that's Kerrigan. Let's see. Kerrigan might be able to pick up a kill here. It's a lot of Hydras out. If she can hit a fungal, it should be a dead Prophet. Let's see if she goes for it. She did, but really delayed, unfortunately. Odin's coming out for the push too. Zerg are getting absolutely overwhelmed. We've got Diamondbacks in mid, Immortals pushing into mid. I did see, yeah. The Neadra just pinged the science facility, so they do actually know something's there. He is moving out though. And fortunately, he's putting enough pressure on Zerg, where he knows where the defender is. He knows where the hunter is, because they're on the other side of the map, where he can just safely move out his eco and his hero, and he doesn't have to worry too much. They did end up getting the Scion without fungal too, just hitting them with Hydras. Are we doing mid? Mid is still getting really heavily pushed, but this... It's like specifically manually placed eco on this high ground. Usually not something you want to do because it is a waste of your APM basically, but in this situation it's actually keeping it kind of safe. That being said, maybe that APM could have been spent on putting up patrols and finding ecos and not getting in this position. Unfortunately, defender leaves. I mean, Zerg have no eco. Even though this is floating, the engineer hasn't got his eco down. It still gives you, I believe, half eco when flying. So it's plus 10 flying. We'll see how much it gives when it's landed. Yeah, Kevin is just running around. He might actually die here. Still apparently plus 10. I do believe when it's flying. Oh, 33% income when flying. Okay. Must just be slower. So it's still giving him income and a lot of it. Good blink by Kevin. And good fungal by Kerrigan. It just... Blink did save him there. That was really close. As I was saying, Zerg don't have much eco. Even if this guy just keeps his eco flying in the air, 33% eco, he's going to be able to just defend versus them if he has time to set up some Odins. The Zerg are not going to have the resources to break through. Meanwhile, his entire team still working around the map. I believe that's an F2. That is an F2 from the Kerrigan. He's trying to get a kill. If he can get a kill on the engineer in particular, Zerg can actually stabilize this game and win. But they need to kill engineer. Slendus is going to be another problem. Kevin is going to be another problem. He's going to still whittle them down. He doesn't have blink here. He might actually die. Fungal? It's on cooldown. He can just run this down. He's got Primal Roar. It's going to take damage. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take time, but there we go. A kill on Kevin. So who is left? Scion is going to be a problem. Prophet can still whittle them down. Slendus and Engineer are really the only ones to worry about. Slendus did end up making a second eco, which is a great job by them. But I think the Kerrigan, where did they head off to? They did recall up here. They're going to try and get a sneaky kill on the Engineer. But there you go. Like I said, all you have to do is float those buildings. You're actually going to have enough income. And as long as Etsy gets out enough units, Zerg isn't going to be able to break through this. Look at their income. They have no tech soon as well. I believe they have no tech now, actually. So now it's just make sure engineer is in the middle of this cliff. Can't be fungal stormed, can't be killed by hydras. Isn't trapped in their own buildings. That's important too. You should be able to defend this. Unfortunately, no explosive wards from Prophet, and then the right side is just not defended. What was that? Okay, this is still winnable for Zerg. That should never happen. And then yeah, Zerg recall. They don't have to deal with that Prophet right now. If they could kill him, great, but it is not time to waste. It is not time to waste time on Prophet. It's just gonna cause you to take damage, most likely. Now they all they have to kill is the Slenders. If they can find the Slenders, who is currently still hiding down here, they can get a kill. They can get a win. However, if they don't kill Slenders, they can still win by starving out the survivors of any warp-in locations for the Slenders. That is the important thing. That way they end up having to reveal themselves by making pylons with either Cybros or the hero, and they'll eventually have to start spawning in on one of their ecos. So clearing out their warp-in locations is important, all these pylons. Unfortunately he missed. He'll get this one, but he missed the others. And then he's not even going for it. He must be, what's he looking at?
Our allies are in combat.
He is controlling the Needra. Unfortunately he misses this. But yeah, he does have to still watch out for these supports is the problem. So he can definitely, it's very winnable for Zerg. And it's unfortunate that the defender left. It did look, I mean, if I were in their position, I would have also probably left. It looked very over. But then you don't expect the survivors to make as many mistakes as they did after playing so well all game and throwing away their heroes. So unfortunately that did happen, and unfortunately he doesn't even have a 1 level of mana drain, so he cannot stop this Prophet from following him. Prophet is too big. Oh, and laser, huge laser by the way, blocks him from going that path. He has to run back down into the Prophet. And a recall, but it's not enough. That was really close. That was well played. Well played to Zerg, well played to survivors. They made it a close game.